The Calgary Flames are looking for a bounce-back season in 2023-2024. Jess, Belmosto of Locked On Flames joins us to discuss their prospects for the upcoming season next on the Locked On NHL season preview. All right, everybody, the NHL season is less than a week away, and Locked On's season preview coverage continues as we welcome in Jess Belmosto of Locked On Flames to detail everything you need to know about the Calgary Flames ahead of the 2023-2024 season. Jess, thanks so much for joining us today. What is the biggest storyline surrounding the Flames heading into training camp and the season coming up?
Can they bounce back, and how big of a bounce back is it going to be? I think that this team has so many different goals and objectives that they need to hit in order to have a successful season. So I think we just got to kind of start at the starting line and hopefully work our way to a successful finish.
All right. It will be a challenge for sure. And during the offseason, what would you say was the team's most significant move?
Overhauling the front office and firing Darryl Sutter really kind of shifted everything. I think that it was a breath of fresh air for the 7 players that had allegedly submitted trade requests, for fans, for really anyone that had been paying attention to the Flames, and any sort of media clips that had come from Darryl Sutter's press conferences. Ryan Huska is very much a team-oriented guy. He's not someone that is just so stubborn and it's his way or no way. So it's exciting to see everyone kind of be on the same page for once.
Yeah, that hopefully will have a long-term, lead to some long-term changes for the team. Who figures to be the most important player on the Flames this year, and what makes them so crucial to the team's success?
I think Jonathan Huberdeau is obviously kind of the most obvious answer, because obviously his contract extension kicks in $10.5 million this year. But I'm really going with Jacob Markstrom. He has to bounce back as well. He did not have a good season last year. He regressed to, I think, his career worst numbers. He wasn't all there, and I'm hoping that having a coach that won't play these psychological warfare games with him in the locker room will bring back that confidence, and he'll be locked in.
And what specifically in his game does he need to do better?
All of it. I feel like he gets too skittish and he leaves the crease when there's no need to. You don't need to go out and play the puck. Just trust your defense. I know it's hard, but just stand still and just block shots.
How about a potential breakout candidate? Any young players who have a chance of impacting the Flames this year?
Dustin Wolf is my number one guy. I think even if Markstrom doesn't have a bad season, I do think that we're going to see Dustin Wolf integrated into some NHL starts. He has earned it without any really second look. He's proven himself in the WHL, the AHL, and now it's time for the show. It's time to really set him up for the success of the future with the Flames.
How many games do you think he would start this year?
I would like to say 20. We'll see him 20 times. Hopefully.
Okay, fair enough. What would a successful season look like this year for the Flames, and what's at stake if it's not successful?
I think that this season, you can't just look at it as a whole. I think you really do have to look at these benchmarks. You have to think be in a playoff position by American Thanksgiving, have some of those pending UFAs traded by Christmas. And then, of course, you want to make the playoffs. That you really need to have several moving parts in order to make the season successful and then the end of the season successful.
You mentioned the pending UFAs. Any possibility some of them get re-signed, and if so, who?
I want to say Oliver Shillington will be one of the first players to re-sign. I think that he is, he's coming back from an interesting situation here, coming back from taking a year off and taking care of his mental health. And it sounds like he wants to play hockey, but he is taking it day by day, which is great because you don't want to overwhelm yourself. I think Nikita Zadorov is another player that we could see resign. I think that he's become an asset to the Flames defensive group, and it's great to see.
Well, let's hope that works out well. Jess, thanks so much for doing this. For more on the Calgary Flames, be sure to follow Locked On Flames on your favorite podcast app and on YouTube so you never miss an episode. And check out the season previews for all 32 teams across the Locked On NHL channel, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.